Hi, welcome to HATV. I'm Paul Malkmus.
I'm Ann Malkmus.
And today we're going to make a breakfast smoothie.
Breakfast smoothie. We always make breakfast smoothies, don't we?
This is a special breakfast smoothie.
Oh, really?
You know, school's just getting back into session. Our children are getting off to school. I don't know, we have a 17-year-old.
We do.
He doesn't always wake up with enough time to get him a decent breakfast on the way out the door.
He just has enough time to get out the door.
Yes. And so we like to try to stick something in his hand as he's walking out the door.
Yeah.
And we want it to be healthy, and there's nothing better for that than a smoothie. It works well.
Oh, yeah. This one has a lot of substance to it. It's going to keep you pretty full and smart and thinking pretty hard for several hours.
Yes. So it starts the day off right for our children, which is so important. It has good protein, it has good fats, and it gets them going. This
one's called an oatmeal strawberry smoothie breakfast. Interesting name, isn't it?
And I bet you there's some oatmeal, some strawberries, and it makes a smoothie.
And even a couple other ingredients.
Ooh. So we start off with some chia seeds. Now, chia seeds are really neat because if you take chia seeds and you stick them in water the night before, they almost make this nice little gel. And so we took a cup of water, put 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, let it soak overnight. It doesn't need to be in the refrigerator. It can be on the counter, and it works very well. So
very rich in omega-3s, which are also known as essential fatty acids, helps kids with their brain.
So we'll start that off in our Vitamix. And today we're using the Vitamix Turbo Blender 4500.
Next ingredient is the hemp seeds. Hemp seeds do not need to be soaked.
That's right.
They are still pliable and very soft, and they will both, between the chia and the hemp seeds, you'll find this to be a very rich, creamy addition to any smoothie, so you don't need to have any milk.
That's right. Both are rich and creamy. Now, the hemp does have a little bit of a flavor to it, and so we don't want to use more than a tablespoon until we know that that's a flavor that the children like.
It is a significant protein source, however, and so that's why we put it in here. And finally, or I guess another one is wheat germ. Toasted wheat germ is the optimal choice because it doesn't have the mealiness to it that the raw wheat germ does, but if you prefer raw, feel free to try it, but with kids, I'd start with toasted. With toasted wheat germ, there's zinc, there's magnesium, and there's more protein. So it's, again, something that adds more substance to this smoothie. And oatmeal.
And this is great. You know, you can cook oatmeal, but also you can put it in your smoothie like this. In this case, we're going to put 3 tablespoons of oatmeal in there. And that's all you need in there for that.
You need a good quality blender because you're going to be taking these and you're going to pulverize them so that they stay rich and creamy. Not all blenders can do that.
Right.
Okay. You'll need to have 2 dates, and that is an attempt to try to sweeten this, and it's very easy. Dates are rich in fiber, but they're also full of sugar, and what a great way to sweeten it.
Make sure you take the pits out before you put them in the Vitamix, or you'll have some noise.
Now in this case, we're going to begin with about, what, 1/4 cup of water? And if you choose to, you can add more. It just depends on the consistency that you need.
And so we'll put this on here and turn it on low. That looks pretty good. It's nice and ground up. It's got it all pulverized well.
You spent some time on it, and make sure that you do as well so that these things don't become chunky. You want to get them nice and smooth.
That's right.
All we have left really are the fruits.
So we'll put in a frozen banana, and to make the frozen banana, we found bananas that were nice and ripe. We peeled them, we put them in the freezer, and we pulled them out to make the smoothie. And we'll also put about 1.5 cups?
Right, that's right.
Of frozen strawberries in there as well. And that frozen fruit's going to give it that nice, cold, chilled smoothie taste and feel. That strawberry also gives it a wonderful look.
It does. The color
really
is
does.
gorgeous.
It's just really pretty. Look at that.
It's pretty. It's a beautiful pink. And if you want to, you can add just a little bit more stevia or honey, depending on your child's interest in sweets. So try it this way. If it's not quite sweet enough for the child, go ahead and add a little bit more stevia, it's really a wonderful sweetener. Not much, goes a long ways.
It's really strong sweetener. So we just pour the smoothie into a to-go container.
Nice and creamy and rich. He'll never know it's not a milkshake. And put it in there and give it to him.
And they're walking out the door with something that's fresh, nutritious, has some good substance to it where they won't be hungry 30 minutes or an hour later. It has a lot of protein, has some other calcium, magnesium, some zinc.
Essential fats?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you really want to, once this child is really enjoying this, what you might want to do then is add just a handful of spinach. And what that will do is it will add the chlorophyll in there and the leafy greens that have all the additional nutrients that leafy greens have. And the child will never know that it's in there because it doesn't add any flavor, but it will add just an incredible vitamin and mineral punch to this smoothie.
And the color will change very little too, so it'll still be that nice bright strawberry color.
So work your way into that because your child doesn't want to see you make this with the spinach in it, but he'll never know it's there.
Mm-hmm. And while this is a wonderful breakfast for children, if you're an adult and you want to get on the Halia diet and you just can't do without something at breakfast, this is an incredible breakfast for adults as well.
And it'll stick to your ribs for several hours, unlike certain things that just kind of go right through you and you're hungry within a brief time.
Right. So have a smoothie, make one for your children, and let us know what you think about it. Here at HATV, this is AM and PM, and we'll see you next time.